When I mention Lebanon, what comes to mind for you? Is it the war-torn Middle Eastern nation, or the tourist destination once called the Switzerland of the Middle East? Have you ever considered that this land called Lebanon in the Bible actually serves as an integral stage in the sacred narrative? From King Solomon using Lebanese cedar to build the Lord's temple, to Prophet Isaiah comparing its dense forests to God's glorious manifestation, from Phoenician cities Tyre and Sidon representing ancient commercial civilization, to Jesus healing the Canaanite woman in the region of Tyre and Sidon, Lebanon's role throughout biblical history far exceeds our limited perceptions. This land, praised in Psalms as God's planted cedar grove, not only witnessed Israel's historical rise and fall, but carries special eschatological significance in prophetic books. Let us together lift the sacred veil on Lebanon's biblical identity, trace its spiritual journey from creation's dawn to the end times. Perhaps through fresh perspective, we can comprehend this ancient mysterious land and its unique position in God's redemptive plan. Among Lebanon's mountain peaks grows a distinctive species of tree, towering and straight-trunked with luxuriant foliage. These are world-renowned Lebanese cedars, reaching heights of 40 meters, with trunk diameters exceeding 2.5 meters. Some specimens live over 1,000 years. Their aromatic wood resists insects and decay, maintaining structural integrity for centuries. This explains why King Solomon specifically requested this timber. As recorded in 1 Kings chapter 5 verses 6, Solomon said to King Hiram of Tyre, "Command that cedars of Lebanon be cut for me." The cedar transcends mere construction material, embodied in Scripture as profound spiritual symbolism. Psalm chapter 92 verses 12 declares, "The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon, as cedars stretch heavenward, so the righteous grow upward in divine relationship, as cedars spread protective branches. The righteous bear abundant spiritual fruit. As cedars withstand centuries of storms, the righteous develop unshakable faith. Yet cedars also warn against arrogance. Isaiah chapter 2 verses 12 to verses 13 declares, "The day of the Lord of hosts will come against all who are proud and lofty, against everything exalted, to bring them low. It will strike the towering cedars of Lebanon and the mighty oaks of Bashan." This dual symbolism reveals divine wisdom. Cedars can glorify God, yet face judgment for pride, just as Lebanon itself can be a vessel of blessing or face consequences for rebellion. These cedars witnessed Lebanon's history, as ancient Tyre and Sidon testify to the rise and fall of their land. These cities formed Phoenicia's core, Tyre's coastal fortress carved between mountain and sea. Sidon lay 25 miles north. Their fleets ruled Mediterranean trade, monopolizing purple dye commerce from cedar timber to crimson fabrics, from glassware to bronze vessels. Caravans bridged Egypt and Mesopotamia. Ships reached distant Tarshish in Spain, forging a three-continent trade network. Phoenician navigation led their era. Tyre and Sidon's merchants spread globally, wealth flooded like ocean tides. Ezekiel 27 paints Tyre's prosperity, a majestic ship built with Lebanese cedar, oars of Bashan's oaks, deck inlaid with ivory and cypress. Yet abundance bred arrogance. Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 2 records Tyre's king declaring, "I am a god, I sit enthroned in the heart of the seas." Such hubris drew divine judgment. Isaiah 23 and Ezekiel 26 detail prophecies. Nations would assault her walls, scrape her stones bare. Nebuchadnezzar besieged Tyre 13 years. Alexander built a causeway from ruins, breaching the island fortress. As for Sidon, Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 22 to verses 23 prophecies. I will bring a plague against Sidon, blood will flow in her streets. The prophecy ultimately finds fulfillment. This ancient city suffered repeated attacks and plunder. The destinies of Tyre and Sidon, like fallen cedar trees, bear witness to God's judgment on pride and foreshadow Lebanon's future. The rise and fall of ancient cities reveal this land's destiny. In modern Lebanon's heart, Beirut's story carries prophetic imprints. Cities across this land share similar fates. Beirut's 7 destructions and rebirth stand as living miracles. 15th century BC, Canaanites established this city. She endured successive rule under Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans. Each destruction birthed renewal. Each rebuilding brought fresh prosperity in Scripture. 7 symbolizes completion and perfection. Genesis records, God created the world in 6 days, resting on the 7th. Joshua describes Israel circling Jericho 7 days. Revelation brims with 7-fold prophecies. Beirut's 7 cycles of ruin and restoration echo as a prophetic sign. Her story mirrors Israel's astonishing pattern. Israel endured 7 exiles and 7 returns. Beirut fell 7 times, yet rose again 7-fold. Does this hint Lebanon's unique role in God's plan? Isaiah chapter 29, verses 17 declares, Lebanon, transformed into fertile fields, fertile land becoming forest. This promise of transformation breathes hope of restoration. As Beirut rebuilds from ashes repeatedly, God's purposes will prevail in this land from ancient streams to modern days. Lebanon remains in prophecies' unfolding timeline. Hezbollah's rise, Syria's civil war impact, ongoing Israel-Lebanon tensions, all resonate profoundly. With biblical prophecy, the oracle of the Lord is fulfilled in the land of Hadrach and Damascus. Tyre built herself a stronghold, accumulating silver like dust. Behold, the Lord will cast her out, shattering her power in the sea. This prophecy speaks not only of ancient times, but resonates with Lebanon's modern reality. Psalm 83 prophetically outlines an anti-Israel alliance, the tents of Edom. And Ishmaelites, Moab and Hagrites, Jebel Ammon and Amalek, Philistia with inhabitants of Tyre today. These foretold coalitions appear manifesting before our eyes. Tensions persist in southern Lebanon, regional power struggles intensify. Yet all unfolds under divine sovereignty. As Isaiah prophesied, Lebanon will undergo transformation. These conflicts and upheavals form part of God's grand design. How should believers respond? We must remain vigilant in prayer, interceding for this land, actively participating in God's work here. Whether proclaiming the gospel or serving as peacemakers, aligning our hearts with Christ's, submitting to God's will, Lebanon's eschatological role grows clearer. Ezekiel chapter 38, verses 5 foretells Persia, Cush, and Put joining the Northern Alliance. Yet beyond judgment comes redemption. Isaiah chapter 29, verses 17 promises Lebanon becoming fertile fields, forests transformed to cultivated land, a miraculous renewal like fallen cedars sprouting anew. Zechariah chapter 10, verses 10 declares, I will bring them to Gilead and Lebanon till no space remains. This pledge reveals Lebanon's ultimate destiny. In God's kingdom, Lebanon will no longer be a land of conflict, but a vessel of blessing. As Beirut rose 7 times from ruins, God's redemptive plan will prevail. This gives hope and charges us with mission to pray fervently, to watch for divine fulfillment. For as Isaiah chapter 55, verses 11 affirms, my word will accomplish its purpose, prospering where I send it.